Hello there. Thanks for taking the time to tune in my channel. I do appreciate it. I've been there before, right? I tore a hole in my waders that I spent a ton of money on, and it was one of those holes that weren't repairable. So I thought, I gotta buy a new pair of waders. I went online to that same brand and I looked to see what they cost today, and I just about lost my breath, fell over.
What the are you talking about, huh?
They were $1,000, $1,000 for a pair of waders. I was like, my God, how in the world do I defend spending that much on a pair of waders? I know you get what you pay for. I get that. But still, $1,000 is a ton to spend. So I reached out to a couple friends and I said, hey, what waders do you have? And they said, Dan, we've got Drift. Right here. Drift. Family owned and operated right in my home state of Washington. Nick and Sam, a couple of steelheaders, wanted to build a better wader that was more affordable than some of the other brand names that are on the market today. So I reached out to Nick and I said, hey, what do you think about sending me a pair of these things and I'll torture test them just to kind of put them through their paces. And I have to tell you, I was impressed. I purposefully walked through sticker bushes and stickers that would make you cringe with any other brand, and these things held up no problems at all. No punctures. They really are a tough wader. They've got 3-ply, very breathable and durable material up top, 4-ply on the bottom, and all the seams and welds are either double or triple welded on all the transitions. So these things really are built to last year after year. And I fish a ton, and now after 2 years of owning my Drift waders, I just wouldn't own anything else. These things really are great waders, and it's not just the durability, it's also about how they fit, right? One of the things that I always struggled with was the leg length, right? If you don't have, I'm tall, 6'7". If you don't have long enough legs in your waders, when you start stepping up over logs or stepping into boat and things like that, they'll bind if the leg isn't long enough. So the nice thing about Drift is they have a lot of different sizes to choose from, and I was able to find a size that fit me in the body, but also had the length of leg. Now the other cool thing is the booty right here, the booty sock. This runs large in Drift. I have pretty big feet, and these things have no problem. They don't squeeze my feet. I have size either 14 or 15, depending on what shoe I'm wearing. And the size of waders that I chose run big in the feet, so they're not squishing your feet. I like that. The other thing I like about Drift is the storage. There's a few of you that may know that I do a little filming when I'm out there fishing, and I need to have storage. The cool thing about these waders is they have tons of storage. You've got 4 major pockets on the outside. You've got these huge pockets on the inside, and you can carry just a ton of stuff in these waders. Typically waders have one large pocket right in the middle, and then one little flip out pocket, which usually looks like this, in the center. That's not enough, right? If you have extra gloves or hats or fly boxes or whatever it is that you're trying to carry in your waders, you're either gonna just be puffed out like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Did you just call me Blob?
Or you're gonna wish you had more storage. So I love the fact that these have a ton of storage. These waders are also very safe. What I mean by that is there's a couple features that make waders more safe than others. One is to have heavy duty belt loops, and there's 3 of them, one on the side, one on the back, and one on the other side. You can really cinch this belt down to mitigate any infiltration of water if, God forbid, you fall in. The next is they have a draw strap. So they've got a draw strap right here. It's like a type of a bungee cord that you can pull tight, and it really does cinch it around your upper body as well. So good for warmth, but also good for staying dry. So these things really are a safe wader. Each pair of waders comes, of course, with suspenders. What's also cool, right? Kind of things that you innovate and think about is you look at where the straps attach, the back straps, these things clip together. And what's great about that is it allows you to hang these, up at camp if you want to dry them out or whatever else. So it's kind of a cool feature to be able to just clip the 2 straps, the suspender straps together for hanging. It does have a hanger loop here as well, but if you're looking for waders as well, I want to encourage you, because you're going to be saving about 40% less on these waders, right? Everything that I've named on these waders are equal quality than some of the big brand names out there for 40% less, and arguably you get more with Drift. You get more with Drift, period. And get a pair of zip waders because they are life-changing. And I don't mean to sound too dramatic, but I know I've been there, right? Fighting to get the waders off. Or You're completely all geared up and you realize, I've got to use the bathroom. That is not easy to do when you got to take off everything to get the waders off to use the restroom. This, I even have my life jacket on. Just reach underneath, zip down, easy peasy, right? So they really are super convenient having these Pro Zip waders. And they're made with a very heavy duty zipper that are gonna last the same length as the waders, right? There's a little bit of lubricant that you would put. If any of you have those soft-sided coolers or Yeti coolers that have the zipper, use that same lube just to keep things nice and lubed up so the zipper lasts years and years and years of use, but it's not gonna leak. Very heavy duty. Another question I get about breathable waders is, are they warm? Now, these waders are 3-season waders, right? They are designed for fall, winter, and spring. Not necessarily summer, because you do get pretty hot in these waders, and that's where wading pants come into play. Keeps you dry, but it also keeps you cool. But what I do in the wintertime is I'll layer up underneath these waders. I just put a couple of thermal layers on. I put a liner and a thick wool sock, and I am toasty warm in my drift waders, even during the coldest months in winter. So just because they're breathable doesn't mean you're gonna freeze your butt off. There are a lot of people out there that prefer neoprene, but neoprene really is tough, right? Not breathable, you sweat a ton in there, and arguably you're gonna get colder wearing neoprene, especially if you perspire while you're fishing and things just kind of get wet on the inside. So now let's talk about sustainability. Now, this really doesn't add features to the waders itself, but it's super cool that there's a company out there that does things like this. For every wader that you buy, they plant 1 tree in the Pacific Northwest to help salmon and habitat. They also they use very minimal packing. When you get your waders, they're gonna come in like this mesh bag. All the tags on these things are also biodegradable. You can recycle them. So they really try to cut down on all the plastics that all the other manufacturers use in packaging, and that's pretty darn cool if you ask me. So if you're still having doubts about drift waders, check out the customer reviews. They've got hundreds of reviews, all of which are in the high 4s or 5-star ratings. Now, there are very few companies that can achieve something like that. They do that through a great product and great customer service. So your peers also think Drift are pretty darn great. So now that I've owned these things for 2 years, I'm now a brand ambassador for Drift. I get behind family-owned companies and products that I can believe in. So if you think that these waders might be right for you, check out the pinned comment right below. I've got a link that you can use that'll get you a discount at checkout, and it'll also get you a free gift. And that is exclusive because you heard it from me and heard it here on my YouTube channel. So thanks so much for your support. And hey, if you need a little help with your fly fishing cast, 8 minutes right here. It's helped over 100,000 people cast that fly rod just a little bit further than they are today. Check this video out. I'm sure it'll probably help you out. All right, till the next time, everybody, fish on.